Big day on site. Cranes lifting steel, crews watching proud, and everything looks picture perfect till that tilt starts. Dust kicks up, structure swings, and next thing you know, one crane's leaning harder than a Monday hangover. Then boom, down she goes, metal meeting dirt, vehicles shaking, everyone realizing gravity's still undefeated. Moral of the story, boys, if the ground shifts or the load swings, let it go. You can rebuild steel, not skulls. Crews laying concrete, all calm, then boom, floor caves, and one guy vanishes like bad luck. Dust flies, crew scrambles. Moral simple, boys, check your footing or you'll test gravity yourself. Three fellas in orange suits hanging out by high-pressure pipes, steam's hissing, alarms might as well be singing, and they're talking like it's lunch break. Then boom, that pipe blows its top, steam everywhere, camera shaking, and those boys vanish faster than common sense on a Friday. You can't even see who's who, just clouds, chaos, and a lesson nobody's forgetting. Moral of the story, boys, when things start hissing, step back. Curiosity's great, till it's boiling water. Days looking normal, crane humming, pot line hanging, crew moving like they've done this 100 times. Everything's calm, steady, too steady. Crane starts swinging that pot line overhead, and you can feel the nerves kicking in. One gust, one twitch, and that line starts dancing like it forgot the choreography. Operators trying to hold it steady, white-knuckling the controls, hoping for a miracle. You can see it wobbling, hovering right over where it shouldn't be. Then boom, metal spills, sparks shoot, and all that confidence melts faster than the steel. Dust, chaos, alarms, the kind of silence after where everyone's just realizing how close it got. Moral of the story, boys, when it's swinging overhead, that's not a shortcut, that's a countdown. Respect the weight or it'll teach you the hard way. Here's our guy, all geared up, harness tight, feeling like he's ready for anything. Then he clips that line to the guardrail. Yep, the one thing meant to warn you, not catch you. Couple seconds later, snap, rail gives way, and gravity cashes his check. Down he goes, quick and hard. Crew runs in, shock on their faces, but that ain't bad luck, that's bad judgment. Moral of the story, boys, a guardrail's for leaning, not living. Anchor to something that'll hold more than excuses. Two fellas up in a cherry picker, working the high life, looking confident, maybe a little too confident. Everything's smooth until that platform starts shaking. You see the wobble, hear the creak, and the boys on the ground start shouting, "Hey, it's tilting, hold on." Then boom, whole rig jerks sideways. Both men drop like loose bolts, harnesses stretching tight midair. Dust flies, echoes of panic, and for a split second, everyone's holding their breath. Harnesses lock, men hanging there swinging like pendulums, hearts racing, but alive. The crew below's shouting directions, trying to get ropes and ladders moving. Rescue team rushes in cool and steady, lowering them down like pros. Moral of the story, boys, when the ground crew's yelling, listen up. Harnesses save lives, but so do the voices that see what you can't. Cranes lowering a concrete wall, crews guiding it and like everything's under control till the load gets heavy and those cables start singing. Then snap, steel gives out, wall tilts, and the whole crane follows it down like it's clocking out early. Dust flies, crew scatters, camera shakes, pure chaos on a Monday. Moral of the story, boys, when the wire starts whining, so should you. Back up before gravity finishes the job. Forklifts moving smooth, carrying a stack of boards like it's got something to prove. Couple of guys nearby, one working, one wandering, nobody expecting trouble. Then bam, driver loses control, tips the lift, and those boards come down like a bad decision. One poor guy disappears under him. Another worker sprints in, digging through the pile, lifting boards like pure adrenaline. They get him up, hurt but lucky. Moral of the story, boys, forklifts don't tip for fun. Keep it slow, keep it steady, and never trust a stack taller than your paycheck. This is why you must inspect equipment before use. Gas hose fails during roofing job. 3 guys, 1 hose, calm as can be, till boom! Gas line pops, smoke everywhere, and they're running like payday just hit. Check your gear, boys. One bad hose turns workday into fireworks. Morning shift in Wuxi, gas plant running smooth till about 9:30, when one acetylene cylinder decides to start the fireworks early. Fire erupts, workers scatter, and those tanks start blowing like popcorn in a furnace. Ceiling's half gone, heat's unreal, and every step's a gamble. Firefighters roll in quick, dodging blasts, hammering it with water cannons while crews drag red-hot cylinders out of the line of fire. 2 hours later, it's under control. Black smoke clearing, nerves still shaking. Moral of the story, boys, when you work with gas, respect it. cause one bad valve can turn your job site into a headline. Truck's parked, back door open. Load sitting there nice and quiet, too quiet. Guy strolls up, pops the other gate open, and wham! One of those cylinders drops straight out right onto him. No time to react, no warning, just bad luck meeting bad prep. Moral of the story, boys, always check what's behind that door. Gravity don't wait for second chances. Day starts normal. Workers stocking shelves. Customers shopping. Everyone minding their own business. Nothing looks wrong yet. Then you notice it. Those racks? Overloaded, crooked. Just waiting to prove Newton right. One box shifts, another follows, and boom! The whole stack comes down like dominoes on discount. Cans rolling, customers ducking. Workers starring like gravity just clocked in for overtime. Close-up shows the culprit. Loose straps, uneven stacking, zero inspection. Classic combo. Moral of the story, boys, whether it's a warehouse or a grocery aisle, secure your load, cause once that rack starts talking, someone's getting a cleanup on aisle 5. Now this is what we call hanging by a thread. Cranes lowering an excavator like it's made of feathers, but one weak link says otherwise. Snap, chain gives out, and that $1 million machine drops like a bad idea, straight into the hole. Moral of the story, boys, check your rigging, cause when steel fails, gravity collects. Coal mine floor workers pushing a loaded wagon toward the shaft, just doing his job. Head down, eyes on the rails. But the elevator platform, gone. It's already up top, leaving nothing but a dark hole, waiting for the next mistake. He gives one last shove. Wagon rolls forward, and in a blink it's gone. Before he can stop, momentum takes over, and he's right behind it. Seconds later, both vanish down the shaft. One bad assumption turned into a free fall. Moral of the story, boys, never trust what you can't see. Always check your platform. Always guard your gap. Gravity don't care about routine. Mechanics welding a big metal tank in the back of a pickup, calm, focused, and totally unaware he's sitting on a bomb. Then boom, tank blows, flames everywhere, and the guy's airborne like a rag doll in coveralls. He's up quick, smoking but lucky. Moral of the story, boys, never weld what you haven't vented. Pressure don't ask, it explodes. Forklifts unloading a truck. Pallet stacked tall with green bottles. Driver easing in nice and slow. Looks smooth, too smooth. Couple extra inches, load starts leaning, and before you can say easy does it, bam, forklift tips, bottles flying like party favors. Machine's on its back, floor's a mess, and here comes the rescue squad, walking in like they knew this was coming. Moral of the story, boys, live smart, not tall, cause when that weight shifts, it's not just bottles breaking, it's your pride too. Guy's pushing a hand truck like he's on a mission till that box fights back. Weight shifts, handle pops, and whoosh! He's airborne. Lands face first like a champ. Moral of the story, boys, check your balance. Boxes don't forgive overconfidence. Busy day at the shop. Mechanics guiding a customer in. Just another car on the lift. He's pointing, waving, saying easy now, slow it down. But she's nervous, probably thinking about coffee, not pedals, and instead of hitting the brakes, vroom, full throttle. Car lunges forward, metal screaming, and the poor guy's pinned between the bumper and the wall before he even knows what happened. Shop goes dead silent for half a second, then chaos. Mechanics run in, shouting, trying to push the car back. You can hear him grunting, struggling, finally getting just enough space to pull him free. He's hurt, but lucky, could have been a lot worse. Moral of the story, boys, never stand in front of a moving car, especially when reverse is still a mystery to the driver. Always trust distance over directions. Shop's busy, cars on lifts, sparks flying, everyone in the zone. One mechanic's under a silver Honda, welding away, focused like he's got tunnel vision. But what he doesn't see is what's happening above him. That heat's crawling through the metal, creeping inside the car until the insulation finally catches. A flicker turns to a flame, and before he even looks up, whoosh! Fire bursts out from under the hood. Now the whole bay's glowing orange, smoke pouring down, and he's still under there, realizing just how bad it's gotten. Guys start shouting, one grabs an extinguisher, another bolts for cover, pure chaos in a place built on calm. He finally backs out, sees the blaze, and it hits him. He was seconds away from roasting. Smoke fills the shop, alarms wailing, crew pulling back, everybody breathing heavy, but still standing. Moral of the story, boys, when you're welding, fire's already waiting. Always check what's above you, cause what you don't see burning might be your next close call. Warehouse looks steady. Tall racks stacked to the sky, Forklift cruising by, minding its own business. Then out of nowhere, creak, crash, shelves buckle under too much weight, boxes rain down, metal bends, and even the store camera takes a hit trying to film the disaster. Dust, chaos, and one expensive reminder. Moral of the story, boys, it's not the forklift that'll get you. It's ignorance of a weight limit. Steel's strong, but stupidity's heavier. Factory feels calm. Crew working around pressure tanks. Business as usual. Nothing looks wrong till one of them decides it's done playing nice. Boom! Tank ruptures, flames and debris flying, and every worker sprints for daylight. In seconds, the whole place turns from routine to wreckage. That's what happens when pressure builds with no one watching. One missed check, one tired valve. That's all it takes. Moral of the story, boys, pressure tanks don't explode out of nowhere. They warn you if you bother to listen. Inspect them, test them, and don't trust silence. Guy's setting up a welder in a diesel shop. Calm, steady, till he bumps a gas tank. Next thing you know, boom, it blows, spinning through the shop like a jet engine on caffeine. Crew's running for their lives while it smacks a cart, then launches straight into a truck. Moral of the story, boys, secure your tanks, cause once they start flying, it's too late for safety meetings. Forklifts moving across the floor, operator's distracted, not watching his path. 1 second of carelessness, and bam, he slams into a steel coil. That hit kicks the lift sideways, and before he can stop it, crash, straight into a main crane support column. Steel groans, concrete cracks, and just like that, the whole overhead crane gives out. Workers above never saw it coming. In seconds, a normal shift turns into a collapse. No one walks away from clean. Moral of the story, boys, forklifts don't forgive blind spots. Keep your eyes on the path, and never test what's holding the roof above your head. Shop floor's humming, guys working near a roller machine. Same job he's done 100 times, routine, quiet, normal. Then in a blink, that routine turns deadly. Loose sleeve or rag gets caught in the rollers. Zip! He's pulled in before he even knows it's happening. Machine don't slow down, don't care, it just does what it's built to do. That's the price of 1 second of inattention. Moral of the story, boys, tuck it in, tie it back, guard it up. Loose clothes and live rollers don't mix. And if you're fixing it, lock it out first, cause machines don't give second chances. Tech's working on a car AC recharge. Fills it up a bit too much, gauge is climbing, pressure's getting angry. He spots it just in time, cracks the valve, and vents it out, hissing like a steam kettle on overtime. Moral of the story, boys, better to let the pressure out yourself than let it do the job for you. Sugarcane press is spinning, worker feeding stalks in way too close, cramped space, no room to move, just inches from disaster. Then her sleeve catches, machine starts pulling, and panic hits fast. But before it gets worse, another man dives in, hits the stop, and yanks her back just in time. Moral of the story, boys, machines don't pause for mistakes. Keep your space, guard your hands, and thank the coworker who saved yours. Guy's welding a fuel tank. Small job, routine work. Then out of nowhere, whoosh! Flames crawl up the side like they've been waiting for him. He jumps back, lucky to walk away clean, but that tank's lit up like the 4th of July. Extinguishers, water, nothing touches it. Fire's got the last word. Moral of the story, boys, never trust a harmless tank. If it's held fuel once, it's holding danger forever. Clean it, vent it, or pay the price. Crew's fixing a tire when they hear that hiss, and they know what's coming. They run for cover and boom, that thing blows like a grenade. Moral of the story, boys, when a tire talks, listen fast. Air pressure don't negotiate. Pizzeria worker tries to light the oven. Problem is, gas was already waiting. One spark and the whole kitchen nearly turns into fireworks night. Moral of the story, boys, smell first, light later. Gas leaks don't do second chances. Truck's loading up, looking steady till it starts leaning like it's had one too many. One worker tries to stop it with his bare hands, brave but not bright. He steps back just in time as the whole rig tips over like a ton of regret. Moral of the story, boys, you can buy a new truck but not a new spine. Step back, stay smart, and let gravity win that fight.